This is the NBA Finals, Game 2. The Boston Celtics, fighting for their first win of the series, will try to even the score at 1-1 as they go up against Seattle. This is the NBA playoffs, and it's up next.
The NBA playoffs continue. Just two teams remain. They are battling their way toward this title. Game 2 of the finals. Alongside Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy, I'm Kevin Harlan. Allie LaForce will be our reporter tonight on the sideline. Let's check out Seattle's starting lineup. We've got Foster. Wembanyama's out there with Rivers. And it's Posey in at the 4-man position. And for the Celtics. And it's Rice in at the 2 spot. Taking a look at Seattle. Now they win Game 1. Do you think they can keep the momentum going?
Well, if they can keep it going and win Game 2, this series may be all but over. When you're heading home with a 2-0 lead, your confidence is through the roof.
Here's Blake, defended by Wembanyama. Pass to Rice. Here's Norris. Here's Bosniak, off target at the rim.
I mean, come on, that's a shot you expect him to make.
Now Posey. Now Foster. Puts it up from 12, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And this team looking to get him the ball and get him in rhythm quickly.
Yeah, it's a good start for him. Let's see if they can keep getting him the ball in that area.
Here's Norris. Outside Banks. Nice ball movement by Boston. Pass to Norris. Here's Rice. He's guarded by Rivers. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Bosniak. That's tipped. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Seattle. They're looking to build on Monday's big win.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
The Celtics have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. They set the pick. Here's Rice. It's tipped. Pass to Foster. Wembanyama looking it over. Banks with the block. Here's Blake. Defended by Wembanyama. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
Well, they didn't make it this far by giving up easy ones. And now their defense is in overdrive.
Now here's Rivers. To the wing on the left. Pass to Foster. Just 5 to shoot. For the 3. Rivers can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Blake passes to Rice. Here's Norris. Here's the screen. They need this one. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2. Seattle leading by 5. Pass to Foster. Wembanyama left side. And stolen by Banks. Here's Norris. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Blake misses.
Yeah, slow start right now. 5 straight misses to get this one going.
Rivers surveying the D. Boston grabs the miss. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Norris. Bosnia defended by Foster. Here's Rice. Misses the 3. Seattle leading by 5. It's Rivers on the wing. With the shot. Seattle missing again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's Foster with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
To the paint. Here's Rivers. Banks with the block.
I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Here's Rice. Posey covering. Rice, no good.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Here's Posey. Still without a basket. Banks with the block. And here is Blake. Pass to Norris. Nice ball movement by Boston. Blake with it. And stolen by Wembanyama. Now Foster. There's the triple. Posey passes to Foster. Another shot. Nice shot by Posey.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. Making a switch here. Humphries checked in. And on the screen now is the 2K leaderboard with the rundown of this postseason's assist leaders. Celtics trail by 7. To the middle. Intercepted. Inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 5 points in the game. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, so far they've done a great job of reading the offense and repeatedly putting themselves in the right place to interrupt the play and force turnovers.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Seattle with the ball. Right now they're on a 9-0 run. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Rice. He has yet to score. Pass to Blake. Here's Norris. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And Wembanyama with it. Guarded by Blake. To the wing right side. Now Wembanyama. Blake passes to Humphries. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Seattle leading by 9. Rebound by the Celtics. Pass to Blake. There's the lob to the hoop. Stolen by Rivers. There's the steal. To the inside. They get a hand on it, and that's out of bounds. Boston will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
The Celtics making a switch here. Fleming's checked in. Here's Rice. Nothing on the board. Now Ross. And Aldridge gets it to go on the assist from Ross.
It's not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Here's Fleming. Pass to Norris. Here's Fleming. Down low. And he slams it one-handed.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Seattle with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Lawson outside. Here's Phillips. Offline with his three. Celtics trail by 9. Pass to Fleming. There's a good screen. Drives to the hoop. The Celtics working the ball around now. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage. That's
Hodges the pass to Lawson. Here's Phillips. Here's Aldridge. And the Celtics making a change here.
Substitutions for the Celtics. Number 43, Blake.
And so it's Boston with it. 9-point game. Here's Blake. He's guarded by Hodges. Out to the right wing. They set the pick. Here's Fleming. Boston again missing. Seattle has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Aldridge finds Lawson. Here is Hodges. Still scoreless. Back to Lawson. That one's in. His first shot this game.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Here's Blake. He's guarded by Hodges. Over to the left wing. Here's Fleming. Over Ross. A shot by Fleming, no good. Aldridge, the pass to Hodges. Now here's Lawson. To the left wing. There's a screen. And Hodges kicks to Lawson. Seattle needs to get off a shot. Ross. Pass to Phillips. Ross sets a screen for Aldridge. No good from outside.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now Humphries spiked away. And the jam by Ross.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
And here is Blake. No scoring in this one. And they call an illegal screen here.
And beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Seattle with the ball. They're on an 18-5 run. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Here is Hodges. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ross. Shoots the 3. The shot, no good. And so it's Seattle. 13 points up at the end of the period. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Back right after this. And glad to have you with us as we get going here in Game 2. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Seattle. Guys?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Here are the 5 for Seattle to start the second quarter. We've got Hodges, and it's Ross in at shooting guard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. That free throw good from Ross. He's perfect from the line this time.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Pass to Blake. There's the pick. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Such a wide open look. Fleming's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
That pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Pass to Blake. To the paint. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, the screen is what gave him space to make his move.
Now Foster. Here is Hodges. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. And Foster kicks to Ross. Pass to Watson. And Fleming pulls it down. Celtics trail by 10. For 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Watson outside. Here is Hodges. Hasn't made one yet. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Timeout called the Celtics. Checked in for Boston. And Seattle also making a change. Wembanyama's checked in. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. In the corner, it's Blake. Pocket 6. Takes the 3. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Foster's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Ross on the wing. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Ross has got 5 points now this quarter. Pass to Humphries. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. It's rebounded by Lawson. Lawson's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ross with a wide open look. And another 3 for Seattle.
After hitting 0 threes in the first half, he's got a couple now. You can see the confidence building.
Now here is Humphries. Scoreless thus far. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Seattle. 16-point lead. Lawson outside. Fires the 3. He can't get that one to fall. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Poked away. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pass to Foster. Over Blake. Foster. That's good. And Seattle leads by 18.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Plays it in off the breakaway.
No hesitation. He just takes off and takes it the distance.
Well, the best way to attack is in transition. He recognizes that.
Blake with it. Now a timeout called by Boston.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Seattle making a change here. On defense, Seattle. They lead by 20. That's the most we've seen. Pass to Norris. Here's Rice. Stolen by Rivers. Here's Lukovsky. It's hauled in by Norris. Austin's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Blake, defended by Wembanyama. Blake kicks to Banks. Just 4 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. Seattle grabs the miss. Pass to Wembanyama. Lets it go from the wing. You can't get that one. Celtics trail by 20. Here's Norris. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Pushing it up. Rivers can't get it to go. Celtics have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. There's the pick. Blake, that's for 2. Almost, but it rolls out. Seattle with the ball. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Back to Rivers. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. And Seattle making a change here. Collins is checked in. Here's Lukovsky. And once again off the mark by Seattle. The Celtics shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Pass to Fleming. Nailed from three-point land. Fleming's got a pair of triples in the second now for Boston. And it's Seattle with the ball. Here's Foster. To the inside. Zukovsky. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Here's Fleming. He's got 6. Inside. Here's Cisse. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing. Phillips, he's checked in for Foster. Good on the second free throw. Seattle with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. It's Rivers on the wing. Still yet to score. And it's Rice with the rebound.
And his shot just hasn't been there in this one. Luckily, his team has been able to make up the difference.
Here's Fleming. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Driving in, and the layup's good off the glass. Fleming's got 8.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Seattle leading by 16. Here's Lukowski. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
No question he got bumped on that shot.
For Seattle, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. And the first one drops. And the Celtics making a change here. Todd's checked in. Hodges checked in for Seattle. And so he makes both from the line.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
And he stops it. What a pass to set him up.
Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
Seattle leading by 16. Pass to Rollins. Now Posey. Here's Rollins. Todd with the rebound. Here's Fleming. To the left side wing. Rice passes to Fleming. A 3-ball. Seattle grabs the miss. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Here's Lukowski. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Fleming. 8 points for him. To the middle. Here's Banks. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Banks has got his second basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Seattle has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Posey up top. Pass to Phillips. Here's Rollins. And Fleming pulls it down. Celtics trail by 16. 1:43 left to play here in the second quarter. A shot off that time. Inside. Here's Phillips. Rebound Boston. Fleming's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Norris. And here is Todd. Here's Fleming. The long distance 3 is buried. Fleming's got 11 points in the quarter.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Hodges the pass to Rollins. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Yeah, they've gone away from the triple as they look to protect this lead.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Fleming. There's the 3. And again, Boston with the triple.
Wow, he has been unstoppable from outside in the second quarter. The threes are just flowing.
Hodges, that's good. And Seattle leads by 14.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
We've got 22 seconds left in the first half. Here's Fleming. He's got 14. Pass to Banks. 3-pointer. And no good that time. And so we wrap up the first half. Seattle ahead, leading by 14.
28.
We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And we thank you for joining this postseason broadcast, and it's been an outstanding first half.
We knew they wanted a track meet, and man, they got it. What a pace they've set.
Very hard to beat them at their own game. They wear you out, and we've still got a whole other half to go. Checking out the circumstances for Seattle. Everyone is talking about their Game 1 victory. You think they can take the first two on the road?
Well, props to them for getting it done, and that first game especially. I think they can do it again, Ernie.
Well, they'll have to keep up that intensity, play sharp, and if they can, wow, headed home up 2-0. They'll be sitting in a great, great spot.
They would indeed. And that's all for us. Now it's time to send it back to Kevin Harlan for the beginning of the third quarter.
And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. And it's Seattle with the ball. It's a 14-point game. And it's Norris in at the small forward. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. With the floater. And Wembanyama gets it to go. Wembanyama's got the first points of the second half up on the board for Seattle. Boston shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Norris. Down low. It's deflected. Pass to Wembanyama. Over Blake. Boston grabs the miss. Banks has got rebound number 5 here tonight. They set the screen. Here's Rice from past the arc. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Rivers dishes to Foster. Pass to Posey. Wembanyama left side. Over Blake. A shot by Wembanyama, no good. And so Blake will bring it up with the Celtics. Trailing by 13. Pass to Norris. Pocket 4. Latrey. And it's Seattle with the rebound. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Now Posey. Back to Wembanyama. And here is Posey. Shoots over Banks. Seattle missing again.
Not a great start to the second half. Just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Here's Rice. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
And it's Seattle with the ball. After the basket by Boston. Wembanyama outside. Seattle missing again.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only one for the first 5.
Ice. It's tipped.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
Here's Foster. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Foster's got 7 points in the game. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Celtics trail by 14. And here is Blake. He has yet to score. Here's Rice. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. 3 on the clock. Over Rivers. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Here's Rice. He's got 5. Pass to Banks. Here's Blake. Here's Norris. Boston again missing. Now Rivers. Out to the right wing. Wembanyama outside. The shot from 20 feet away. And it's Seattle with another.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
And here's Blake. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's an 18-point game. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Norris, the pass to Blake. Celtics passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. They get it back. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And the first time out of the game called for Seattle. Pass to Posey. Shot clock at 5. And he banks in the layup. And Seattle leads by 18.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
The Celtics have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Rice passes to Blake. Here's Norris. Here's Rice. He has 5. 4 on the clock. Takes a 3. They get it back. Bosniak buries it down low. He has 6.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Here's Norris. And the basket by Blake. Blake's got his first points of the night.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Seattle leading by 14. Here's Lukovsky. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Austin's gone into a slump here from 3-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Rice passes to Blake. There's the screen to the inside. And that one is hammered home.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
And to look at the basket, guys, still shaking. For Seattle, they've gone 6 of 10 from the field in the third quarter. Here's Tarlock, plays it up and banks it in. And Seattle leads by 17.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Blake feeling it out a bit. Out left to the wing. Banks kicks to Blake. Here's Norris. This one for 3. Posey with the rebound. Posey's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Can't connect from short range. And here's Blake. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. Pass to Norris. And here is Blake. To the paint. Here's Bosniak. There's the killer two-handed slam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, that's what you want. Get him the ball and see if he can close the gap.
Seattle calls timeout.
Give it up for Celtics Entertainment.
Celtics making a change here. Humphries checked in. Celtics on D, down by 15. Lawson in the corner, hands it from downtown. Lawson's got his third basket of the night right there.
Well-placed pass in the hands of a guy ready to attack.
Pass to Rice. Now Humphries. Aldridge is covering. Here's Blake. Jacks up a three. Ross grabs the board.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Good, nice job down low. Ross has got 12.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Blake. He's guarded by Ross. Blake dishes to Humphries. Shot clock at 3. Over Aldridge. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Now here's Ross. He's got 12. Pass to Lawson. Here's North. And here is Blake. Here's Rice from the arc. Yes, and it's Blake picking up the assist. Blake's got his 5th assist in this one.
And I don't care how far from the bucket he is. You've got to have a man on him. He's just too good from deep.
Now here's Ross. Over Rice. No good from Ross.
Fading away. He makes that shot harder than it needs to be.
Here's Rice. He's guarded by Ross. Down low. And down it goes. Dunk through off a wonderful assist.
Excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
Aldridge with it. 54 seconds left here in the third quarter. And once again off the mark by Seattle.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Norris. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Bosniak. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. So it's the Celtics now. 15-point game. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now Blake. Five on the clock. Pass to Norris. And it's off from three-point range. And so it's Seattle. Their lead at 15 going into the break. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. Back to the action in just a minute. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Seattle, Rivers out there with Wembanyama. And it's Ross in at the 3 spot. Pass to Lawson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And Seattle leads by 17.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Boston shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Humphries with a screen on Wembanyama. Ski match. Defended by Wembanyama. Banked in off the glass.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Seattle leading by 15. Pass to Rivers. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Yep, that one goes in there.
Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
Ski match. Defended by Wembanyama. Here's Fleming. Back to Humphries. Here's Rice. He's guarded by Rivers. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Steenach. It's rebounded by Lawson.
Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
There's the pick. Rivers passes to Wembanyama. And a miss there on the triple. Celtics trail by 17. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. It's good.
And how about that move? You'll see very few players able to pull off just sensational stuff.
Here's Wembanyama. Inside. Rivers kicks to Ross. Now here's Rivers. Tight defense on him. Lawson from outside. And it's Rice with the rebound. Rice has got his 4th rebound in this one. There's the screen. Fleming the pass to Rice. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The shot by Fleming, no good.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Rivers. Lawson kicks to Ross. Offensive rebound. Pass to Rivers. That is in there. Lawson with the assist. And Seattle leads by 18.
He is cold-blooded. Drops the dagger. Piles on to what was already a big lead.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
And so it's Boston with it. Seattle able to drain the 3. Here's Rice. Lets the 3 fly. Seattle grabs the miss. Boston's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Wembanyama passes to Rivers. Ross for 3. So both teams making some changes here. Celtics trail by 18. Here's Fleming. Pass to Rice. Here's Fleming. He's guarded by Rivers. They set the pick. Stolen by Rivers. And pushing it up. Here's Seattle. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
And the Celtics with possession here. After the basket by Seattle. Pocket 6. Ski match. Defended by Wembanyama.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Foster. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, you can get away with a lot in terms of screens today. But you can't make it that obvious.
Here's Blake, defended by Wembanyama. Here's Norris. It's blocked. And here's Rivers. Pass to Posey. Back to Rivers. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Seattle.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
And that one misses. Celtics making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. Here's Norris. Pass to Fleming. They could use a bucket. And it's Foster with the rebound. Foster's got 9 rebounds now tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat. Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Here's Blake, defended by Wembanyama. Blake with it. Shoots it up. That one wide left. Seattle leading by 23. Wembanyama passes to Posey. Back to Wembanyama. There's the pick. And Boston with the rebound.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Blake. Takes it off the glass.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Rivers. To the inside. Now Posey. It's tipped. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. First free throw is good. Banks checked in for Boston. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Rivers. The 15-footer. That drops. Nice feed that time from Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 7th assist here tonight. So it's the Celtics now. Here's Fleming. Bosnia, defended by Foster. Off with the layup.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Wembanyama outside. Rivers kicks to Posey. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Banks. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul. It'll go to the line.
Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics. Banks. At the line for 2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. And the Celtics making a change here. Rice is checked in. And he sinks the second. And so Wembanyama will bring it up for Seattle. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession. Ross is checked in for Seattle.
Coming onto the floor for the OA team, number 3, Stuart Ross.
Rivers passes to Foster. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Rice. Bosnia, defended by Foster. Rice, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now here's Ross. It's Rivers on the wing. 5 to shoot. Over Rice. Rivers can't get it to go.
Yeah, not his best night in terms of shot selection. Lucky for him, his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's Norris. And it's Seattle with the rebound. Posey's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Foster. Back to Wembanyama. Looking to end his cold spell. Banks with the rebound. Celtics trail by 20. Here's Rice. And here's Banks. Posey covering. Now Rivers. Here's Foster.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Posey passes to Wembanyama. Bucket is good.
Well, you love assisted hoops. That's good offense.
We've got 1:55 left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Blake. Defended by Wembanyama. Pass to Rice. Here's Norris. His three-pointers off the mark. Now here's Ross. Defense right on him. Wembanyama finds Ross. Rivers gets a wide-open look. Good on the triple. Rivers has got a couple of three-pointers now in the fourth for Seattle.
And that'll effectively take care of Game 2 here in the NBA Finals. We'll be switching venues for the next one, but right now, an important win for Seattle.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
They couldn't have asked for a better start to the NBA Finals. Once they close this win out, they'll be sitting on a pretty good 2-0 series lead.
Yeah, and obviously that's the perfect position to be in. They don't need to do anything differently in the next couple of games if they just continue to play their brand of basketball and don't get distracted. They'll be lifting that trophy in a few days.
Here's Rice after the basket by Seattle. 35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Bosniak, Posey covering. Posey with the rebound. Seattle with the ball. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
That's out of bounds. Seattle will retain possession.
Substitution on the court.
"17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Rivers. Some nice ball movement here by Seattle. To the middle. Was in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. So no problem for Seattle as they get the win. And this win puts them squarely in the driver's seat in this series. Up now, Greg, 2-zip with all the momentum on their side.
I mean, in fantastic shape right now. If they can capitalize on this victory and win Game 3, you can just about put this series to bed.
You got it. That concludes Game 2 of the NBA Finals. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan, signing off for this presentation of NBA basketball. And now we present our player of the game.